Designed to impress and delight, mansions come in all shapes and sizes, but while some are occupied and loved for centuries, others are forgotten and left to the sands of time. From sprawling historic homes to impressive new estates that were never quite finished, these abandoned mansions for sale are the ultimate fixer-uppers. So let's go ahead and take a look inside the grandest neglected homes that are on the market right now. So these are beautiful abandoned mansions that are for sale right now. Up first, we have the Mary Turner Hood House in Kentucky, offering plenty of curb appeal and ample square footage for an almost unbelievably low sum. This affordable historic home is one that's for sure to get snatched up quickly. Listed with Century 21 for just $310,000, this deserted mansion was built in 1872 and lies on a prominent street in the heart of Richmond, Kentucky. The beautiful brick home has an equally lovely interior, although it's in need of some work. Head up the home's front stairs and across its stately porch and you'll find yourself in a huge light-filled entrance hall, decorated with an impressively high ceiling, large doorways, and pretty timber staircase. From here you can meander through the various oversized living rooms, which could be transformed into a lounge, dining room, and home office. This house extends 6,500 square feet across all 3 floors and currently has 6 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms. Every single room not only provides endless space, but striking period details too. From hardwood floors to Victorian fireplaces, tall and arched glass windows with pretty shutters, and lovely brick walls, there is no end to beautiful features worth rescuing. Known as the Mary Turner Hood House, we assume after a former owner, the property has already received some renovations, including a new roof and gutters. Repair works to the exterior bricks, new foundation piers, and concrete floors in the basement. However, there's currently no plumbing, fixtures, or electric. On a plus note though, the house isn't inside a historic district, nor is it listed on a historic register, so no historic renovation restrictions will apply. Up next, we have John C. DuBois' house in New York. If you're house hunting in Hudson, New York, then your search could be over. Known as the Dr. John C. DuBois house, this majestic mansion has history, style, and space in abundance. For starters, it's positioned on one of the Hudson's most glamorous tree-lined streets and has so much curb appeal, it's sure to make your neighbors green with envy. Plus, it's up for grabs with Stonehouse Properties for a reasonable $620,000. An architectural gem, this property was built for a local doctor's family in around 1880 and now lies at the heart of the Hudson Historic District. This 6,200 square foot residence has been chopped and changed a lot over the years, including numerous extensions. Thankfully though, the previous owner began returning the house to its original condition and has left it in a good state for the buyer. The beginning works have already been undertaken, which should make finishing the job slightly easier. The timber staircase has been restored, the home's hardwood floors repaired, and original stained glass windows fixed. They just need to be installed. However, clearly quite a lot still needs to be done. Inside there are 6 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, and endless living spaces spread across 3 floors. Original features include the home's huge arched windows, etched glass apertures, fireplaces, brick exposures, parquet floors, and exquisite turquoise turret that decorates the facade. The 3rd floor provides panoramic views of Mount Moreno and Catskills, while the quarter-acre private garden has plenty of space for a swimming pool. There's even a huge basement that needs to be finished. What's more, the house lies in an opportunity zone, meaning the buyer will be eligible for federal and local tax credits. Up next, we have a 19th century chateau in Belgium. Highlighting that you don't always need a huge budget to buy a seriously amazing home, this 19th century chateau in the region of Belgium is available for only $500,000. This house dates back to 1890 and was designed by illustrious architect Charles Thuron, who's known for his work on elegant public buildings such as the stunning Central train station at the Grand Theater. This property certainly highlights Thuron's knack for creating imposing buildings as well as dramatic facade. This home's interior has plenty of character too. The 12,109 square foot home is laid out across 3 floors and every room is kitted out with gorgeous original features. These include high decorative ceilings, corner fireplaces, sash windows, carved timber doors, and cast iron radiators. The home's sprawling, near 5-acre garden also boasts a separate annex house that's ready to be redesigned as well as a private parkland filled with mature trees. Though the property clearly needs a lot of work and is currently suffering from damp and decay, we're sure that the right amount of love would bring it right back to its former glory. If you're up for the task, then what are you waiting for? Up next, we have a Grand Victorian residence in Ohio. Offering a large garden and abundant living spaces, waiting to be brought back to life, this regal Victorian residence is almost too good to be true. Available on Compass for a mere $430,000, it's also extremely well priced considering its size and potential. So let's go ahead and take a look inside. This American home is located in the city of Columbus, Ohio, and was built in 1900. Currently arranged as 4 separate dwellings, the property could easily be split into sellable private units or be returned back to its grand single-family home. The interior sprawls a 5,400 square feet across 3 floors, and it's easy to imagine how breathtaking the property was in its heyday, and how amazing it could be again, with little imagination and a cash injection. Inside, there are endless living spaces, 11 bedrooms, and 9 bathrooms, all overflowing with the wow factor period details. These include brick fireplaces, vaulted and beamed ceilings, and stone floors. Obviously, the interior spaces need a ton of work, and all of the rooms are currently not in a livable state, with exposed stud walls and crumbling plasterwork. However, some of the work has already been done for the new owner. For instance, the property recently received a brand new roof and exterior stucco, while many improvements have been done on the inside, including new floor joists, windows, and doors. The concrete floor in the home's basement has also been restored. If you think you have the imagination and patience to take on this fixer-upper, then your dream home awaits. Up next, we have the Woodruff house in Arkansas. This crumbling dream home in Little Rock, Arkansas might be cheap, but the new owner will need deep pockets and plenty of patience because it needs an abundance of repair work. From its rotting floors to crumbling walls, the Woodruff house is crying out to be rescued. The property was built between 1852 and 1853 by William Woodruff, the founder and first publisher of the Arkansas Gazette. Listed on the National Register of Historic Places, it's one of the last remaining homes in Little Rock from this time period, making it extremely important from the local architectural point of view. The QQA bought the house in 2014, saving it from demolition and undertaking works to stabilize and secure the building for future rehab. Spanning 7,000 square feet across 3 floors, the historic home is undeniably impressive. There's a grand entrance hall, dual parlor rooms, and enough space for a dining room, library, home office, numerous bedrooms, and bathrooms. There's currently no kitchen that we know of, and it's likely the plumbing and electrics will need to be redone. However, everywhere you look, you'll spot amazing period features that would be well worth saving, from fireplaces to ornate columns and hardwood floors. There's also a sizable half-acre garden and lovely front porch. Plus, thanks to its location, it's inside an opportunity zone. The new buyer will be eligible for tax credits when undertaking a renovation. This property is listed for $230,000, and this crumbling mansion could well be within your reach. Are you brave enough to take on the task? Up next, we have a 17th century castle in France. Sandwiched between Nantes and the ocean, the majestic French estate dates back to the 17th century and sits in the middle of more than 12 acres of parkland. With exquisite historic architecture and no end of space to play with, the abandoned castle is seriously enticing real estate opportunity. For sale for $522,000, it's also an affordable option. The new owner would have to put in some hard work to bring the colossal crib up to scratch. The house can be found behind a wrought iron gate protected by high stone walls. The building itself is laid out around a vast paved courtyard with a semicircular moat. Once inside the estate's walls, the home's impressive 4,780 square foot stature becomes very clear. The prominent property has a rich history and was once the stronghold on the border between the provinces Poitou and Brittany, protecting locals from potential attacks. And as you can tell from these pictures listed above, there are multiple houses/buildings on the property. One is a church with its own cemetery, which could draw some people off as well. And you can actually see how the 2 buildings are kept together by a one crumbling side. So there's a big house on the one side and it's connected to the other house through a fallen down wall that's still barely standing. It kind of gives it a really old medieval feel. Up next, we go to the historic Palazzo in Italy. Nestled amongst the undergrowth in the quaint town of Lecce lies a hidden treasure. Listed for just under $980,000, you can see from one of the terraces here there is over 7,500 square feet of land surrounding the palazzo through the grounds that have largely been reclaimed by Mother Nature. This palace offers a total of 15 bedrooms plus an array of incredible living spaces steeped in history. Stepping through the front door is like entering a time capsule. This remarkable kitchen with its bold black and white motifs look like it's been virtually untouched. with old-fashioned metal saucepans still poised on the stove. One of the 30 rooms across the palazzo, this sitting room is one of the residence's most exceptional spaces, from the decorative vaulted ceilings to the print walls and gilded mirrors, the historic features that have been impeccably preserved over the decades. We can't just wait to see what new life is breathed into this remarkable estate. Up next, we have a historic manor house in Hampshire. The impressive abandoned mansion is located on the edge of a New Forest National Park in Southampton, England. Positioned on a 4-acre plot surrounded by rolling fields, TATCHBURY Manor is crying out to be rescued. The empty estate likely dates back to the 19th century, although a small central part of the building could be a Tudor hunting lodge, which was an extension that was added back in the 1980s. However, it's now ready to turn the page on a new chapter. Inside, there's a huge entrance foyer that opens up to a stunning double-height living room with soaring ceilings, ample windows, and exposed brick walls. Sadly, we don't know the exact measurements of the building, but it's clear that it's sprawling. There are a total of 20 bedrooms, and that's just for starters. There are endless living spaces that would be fantastic for relaxing and entertaining, plus every single one is overflowing with amazing architectural features. Just look at this stunning barrel ceiling. An exciting opportunity for the right buyer. The property already has planning permissions to be converted into 8 apartments and 2 dwellings, but the buyer could easily submit a new application to transform the manor back into an amazing family home, run down but full of promise. This abandoned home could easily be yours for just under $1 million. Up next, we go to a 19th century chateau in France. The property is located in a rich region between both vineyards and history, making it an ideal place to create an enticing bed and breakfast. Up close, you can really take in the grandeur of this historic home, which can be accessed via a long tree-lined driveway. The chateau is sited on almost 72 acres of land, and the main residence covers 3,800 square foot. With its impressive exterior decorated with a hip slate roof, freestone limestone blocks, and oversized French windows, the manor was clearly designed to wow. Inside, there's an entrance hall with a stone floor, a living room with a veined marble fireplace, an intricate molded ceiling, an oak paneled library, and a kitchen. A stone staircase with wrought iron banisters leads up to the 5 bedrooms, one of which has an elevator. There's also 8,000 square foot of outbuildings, including a small 3-bedroom house that was once an old laundry room, a farmhouse that's been divided into a dwelling, barn, and garage, as well as 2 adjoining buildings and former barn. So there's endless space to play with if you've got $1.2 million. Alright everyone, I think that's going to wrap this video up. Like I mentioned in the beginning, follow all my social media, and also 50% of the people who watch me don't subscribe. So just, if you're watching, just click the subscribe button. It's free, it means a lot. And then an alternative option would be to become a member, which costs a couple dollars, but then, you know, I'll be calling you guys, FaceTiming you guys, you get cool badges, you get exclusive videos. I'll be making videos that I can't show, like public channel. So you guys get a ton of cool features and by clicking here and becoming a member. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I love you guys. Thank you for the constant support. Feel free to share this video on anything, and I'll see you in the next video. Later.